This will be the very first episode of our multiplayer series, which is pretty exciting. And then we get to learn everybody's idiosyncrasies and how we work together and if we do or don't. How come there's... Jake, how come you have a 1 on your name? What's going on there?
I think there's two Jakes in here.
Oh. Multiple Jakes, I like it. Party on, man.
You guys work at State Farm?
Oh, jeez.
That's a good one.
I do like small stand-ups. I crack a lot of jokes.
Perfect.
We might be able to fit you if we do the gate down a little bit.
There you go. You got this. There you go.
Well, mate.
You can lock them too. I don't know if you guys locked them or not, but if you hit L, it should lock them both down. There you go.
Yeah.
They're not going nowhere. Actually, I don't know if the skidder locks or not.
We'll find out.
Yeah. If not, it'll fall off and you can drive it up there after. Perfect.
I learned the clam bunk did, and I watched your video like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anything with locking straps on it, they I can't make them lock down to the trailers, so I'm just gonna tab. Oh, I can't tab out there. Okay, well, let's get this ready to go.
I found it.
I want to watch your arm. Watch your arm. Oh, okay.
Caught the lamppost there.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So yeah, it depends on what you guys like to run and what you guys do. It's entirely up to you guys what you want to run and what you want to do. I've never been a stickler in multiplayer for who runs what.
Well, I've just got my joystick, so I'd rather let the better people be on the other
Yeah, and it's not about skill in these multiplayer matches. It's not about who's really good or who's really bad. Just have fun and learn, and you know, if you want to teach other people stuff or if you don't know how to do something, you know, ask, that kind of stuff. Absolutely no problem there. Oh, Pac-Man's joining. Gotcha.
I could do the loader, I guess, since I'm already in it. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever, don't matter. Whatever you guys want. Oh, you know what I need to buy? I probably need to buy some log trailers and stuff here too.
So, I mean, since we've got 2 of each machine, other than the skidder, should we run 2 different blocks or just do 1 block?
We could.
Or
Let's start with one, like, just to kind of kick things off to see how we do. And then if we find that, you know, the team's doing way too good, then we'll kick some of it over to another block.
way too good.
Yeah. We don't want to be
Skill.
don't want to be too good, right?
Oh.
Did somebody want the buncher, or you want me to start cutting, or?
Whoever wants the bunch, you can, pick a spot, start bunching. The skidder's there, so we can get to work. The processors are both back here still, so I'm bringing up a log truck right now. Pac-Man, you're on your own there, buddy. Grease the tracks.
I'll wait.
I'm on the way back right now. Get you.
Right on. Well, that's cool. I didn't think I'd get this many people on the first shot. Usually I go advertise it, and then it's like I get like 1, maybe 2 people, and I'm like, oh man. This is good. And playtime wise, I don't know, what's 5 o'clock to all of you? Is that like other than poor Mr. UK there?
7 for me.
7?
Yeah,
Oh, that's not too bad, eh? 7's not too bad.
Wrong way, that's awkward.
Anything else need to get picked up?
Yeah, we got 2 processors and 1 more loader that need to go up. I don't even know my own map. Where am I going here?
Are we
Up
doing just
and
one
right.
skidder?
Yeah, I can't do 2 line skidders, I don't think, together. I think they cancel each other out. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. Anyone ever tried that?
I've had the
Horribly.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah. They probably attach to each other's logs, and yeah, I can imagine that sucking. Okay, usually 1 skidder, 1 line skidder can pull it out.
Well, where do you want this bunching? Big Owl.
Where to the buncher, sorry?
No, Big Owl.
Oh, Big Al, sorry.
What's up?
How many do you want to bunch and then me drag away, or what? What's happening?
It don't matter, man. You can do whatever you want. If you want a bunch, you can bunch an all skid or whatever. Don't matter to me.
No,
Perfect.
No. How many trees are you gonna bunch and then I'll drag?
Oh.
With the line skidder, I don't think it really matters. You can do as many you want. I'd say 4 to 5 in a group is usually pretty good for the processor.
Fair enough.
Hope you know where you're going, 'cause I'm following you.
Oh yeah, no.
Jake one, if you want to put him like right here, and they have the person.
Ah, Steven, you're gonna be a star. Good bunching, buddy.
Say that again, please. Sorry.
Having a little bit of lag on my end, sadly.
Yeah, there'll be little bits and pieces of lag just because location hosting where I am. But I'll tell you, the video is gonna look really good.
I mean, granted, I am playing on a phone hotspot, so I mean,
Jake,
it may be
Jake
laggy.
one.
That's
Put him,
crazy.
Like, right here. Where
Oh,
I'm standing,
oh.
So the processor can sit right here and then bring him to me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Try like working like a continuous line. Nah, it's all good.
I'm just gonna kind of walk around and record y'all logging because this is more than entertaining. Have you guys have any of you played together before or no?
No.
No,
I
none
try
of you.
to play with people. I
wanna
haven't been able to
grab
get anybody to play with, honestly.
Check my Steam.
Well, you guys could have fooled me because you're all like already working in sync, and I'm like, what happened? Looking good. Looking good. Perfect. I'll probably, when a processor gets here, I might hop in one of those. I can go doubles with somebody. The skidder, whoever's driving this, Jake's driving the skidder, he's going to have the hardest job because he'll be running back and forth between the two bunchers.
Yep.
Actually,
I'll grab
one
the
guy
others.
could, if we have a spare guy who's bored, he can actually grab loads for the skidder operator too. Like, link him up. I think you can link him up, can't you? Or do you have to...
I can do that. I'm waiting for a processor to get here for me to be useful.
Yeah, no worries.
Machine
I think they're coming.
Pac-Man, you
Yeah,
got
we're
the
picking
other-
up 3 now.
Sweet. 3. Ho ho ho.
You need the other truck down there by chance?
There's one more log trailer here that needs to be brought up.
Yeah, so I'll have one processor cutting shorts on one side, and then we'll have one doing longs on the other side. That's what I was thinking.
I guess we'll do shorts over here next to this Tiger Cat loader.
Sounds good.
I think you're falling off there, Jake.
So Jake, you can make 2 piles. So this one you can keep doing what you're doing, and then maybe when you pull from Steven's pile on the Caterpillar there, just put them in a separate spot, and then we'll process those as longs or something, just to kind of change it up a bit. Just to change up the dynamic. I'm bored. I'm going to hop in a loader here and push some buttons. Oh, apparently I don't have my tracks working. There we go.
All on you, Jake. No sudden stops.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pac-Man, you might want to jump in this truck then and take it, because I keep lagging. So I don't want to rubber band.
The rubber band man.
Yeah, if somebody else wants to just tab out and jump into the other truck that's got the processor on it, because I don't want to...
Oh, I can. I could. Or
There's
some.
another truck coming down the road here.
I got it. I'm good.
You guys got it covered? Okay.
Oh, I
Well,
guess I
you-
could try and make it
I mean,
up
you can
there.
follow me if you'd rather.
Yeah, if you want to see if you can squeeze by, I'll see if I
Here,
can
I'll
get
pass you on the right here.
Yeah, playing on a phone hotspot, sometimes it works and sometimes it
I
doesn't.
was gonna say it sounds pretty sketchy, but hey, if it's working, why not, man?
You know, and the worst part is like playing Siege and like players unknown. No
Yes.
problem.
Yeah.
And then this game, I always play by myself. Like I've never had anyone to play this game with, so there's never any like. cause
Never
for
had a
concern.
problem. Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, up until now.
Yeah. Of course. Well, that's all right. It's good. There we go. Yeah, and if any of you guys are, if any of you guys do YouTube or anything, I mean, feel free to stream or record if you feel like it. It's entirely up to you what you want to do.
Pac-Man, you got to go. Wait, no, you're going the right way.
Yeah. There we
I'm
go.
pretty sure I'm going the right way.
I just didn't look at my map. It was gone.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past me. I have a horrible sense of direction.
Directional insanity.
Oh god.
I have fishtailing back here.
Processor's about to go down.
Yeah, I don't think the
Did it fall off?
processors. None of the processors lock, so they're pretty sketch.
Oh.
Makes it fun though.
I'm just gonna get past you.
Yeah, you go over there. I'm struggling over here. And I hit a laggy spot and stuff just started happening.
Story of our lives, eh?
Right?
I'll change out trails. I'm gonna do long on my end over here.
Which end's that?
Over
Oh,
here, where the, where
Oh,
the
yeah.
tiger cat was.
Yeah. Don't matter, whichever way works.
Was I doing 11.5?
Actually, if you do 15s, they're like perfect. You get like 2 beautiful
Really?
shots out of it.
Okay. I've been doing 11.5 on my end.
Do they fit on the long logger?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay. Well, if they fit, yeah, go
when
for it.
When I load them up, I get about 60,000 and 90,000 per
Ooh,
load.
nice. Yeah, sure. Go for 11. Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. 11 or 11 and a half. What are you doing?
11.5.
11.5. Okay. So 11.5, and then on the other ones, we'll do 5s.
Yeah, I was wondering what works for those. I didn't know.
You can either do 4.5 or 5 work really good on the other ones. Entirely up to you. Whatever works best. I used to like to live stream this stuff, but I found it really awkward trying to talk to people in the live stream chat at the same time as like trying to communicate with the logging crew, and it just, I don't know, I didn't like it so much. So I decided I'm just going to record these series instead. That way I can talk to you guys individually and be like, what's up? Without being like, oh, hey, whatever the face, thanks for the whatever, you know.
Okay, so good here.
Easier this way.
I know where you were going.
Yeah. There we go. Put that there.
And it gives you a chance to edit anything that we happen to, really do bad.
You kidding me? I'm not going to edit these. There's no way. I'm too lazy. I'm too busy in my normal life to edit things. They're going in raw, and if YouTube doesn't like them, too bad. But so far, I don't think anybody's really abused the system yet, so I think we should be all right.
And Pac-Man, the ramps are down, right? Oh, okay, never mind.
I think that's something about
I like
this game,
taking it
though.
right off the side.
I think like with this game, I think a lot of people have like sense about them versus other games you be playing where like, hey, come play with me, and then it gets really bad really fast.
Right. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I was slightly curious about how it was gonna go tonight because I wasn't sure what guys I would end up with. Sometimes I've ended up with some very interesting characters on here, but after talking to each of you, I'm quite happy with it. So everybody's good. Okay, I'll take this pile there, Pac-Man, if you want the other one.
All right.
Wow, there's a lot going on here. This is awesome.
Yeah, and how quickly it developed, hey?
Right?
Just all of a sudden, the ants knew exactly where to go.
This deer loader.
All right, so you're doing longs on that end, Pac-Man?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do shorts over here and try it. So 11.5's there, and I'll do 5s over here. Try it out. Shorts are kind of questionable in multiplayer because sometimes there's some nasty lag that occurs, and then trying to load up shorts when it's laggy is kind of brutal. But I'm trying to hook up my other PC so I can use that one as my recording PC so that doesn't affect this one while I'm hosting and stuff. Because I get little bits of frame rate drops when I'm trying to record at the same time as host sometimes. So, any of you guys have do YouTube stuff or have any channels or anything? Are you all pretty just players?
I've done like Rainbow Six Siege on console, but I kind of gave that up.
Oh yeah, well, that's all right. I never actually played. You're talking about like Siege, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did play Siege. It looks freaking cool though.
Definitely takes a lot of time to learn it.
Yeah, hey,
I've been playing since the beginning.
Yep.
that's the one I just never did.
Pac-Man, do you want to get right here and cut them so that way they can be closer to me so I can load them up?
Yeah, I can do that.
You can do like 11.5s or 12 or what did you say? FDR was like 15s.
Yeah, well, 15s are good, but I think we're doing 11 and a halves. Wasn't that what you guys were doing?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, 11 and a half's fine.
I'm gonna drive your loader if you're, especially if you want to drive it.
Which one?
That the John Deere loader. Don't have one.
I can't run a loader. So.
You might actually have to bring the truck around this way, because if I swing these logs around, they're probably going to smack FDR in the face.
Oh, it's all good. I'll take it. I've been hit with worse things. Wait.
If anything, I could load them like this. Switch, could you move that deer loader out of the way really quick?
Oh, we need a.
idea.
I need to buy a forestry grinder too, so we can get rid of
Yeah,
little
they're
bits. Else we're gonna be lagging out here.
Should drive it there, the other side.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy a forestry grinder.
Are you guys just gonna load it straight on the truck?
Yeah,
Or?
this is how I do it sometimes when I'm playing alone.
Is there a blade on the? Is there a blade on the skidder? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, I bought a forestry grinder. I don't want to buy another skidder because I think it'll screw that one up. But we'll probably have to find a way to get that up here. So we'll need to clean up our little bits, or else I bet you we'll be catching some unfun lag.
You said 11.5, right?
11.5, yeah.
Cool.
I'm trying shorts. We'll see how it goes. If the shorts suck, if we find it being too laggy or too hard to load them, we'll just do 11.5 on both sides. Just have two separate piles. And I would bring the grapple skidder in here, like I was going to bring the John Deere, but it, for some reason, has that stupid moonwalk thing happening in multiplayer only, and I can't figure out why. Some kind of desync issue or something. Drives me frickin' crazy. There we go. Whoop. Hey, did you guys have a long weekend in the States the same time we do, like Labor Day or whatever?
Oh yeah.
It's the same. It's the same time as us, though. Hey, you're not off a week or anything.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just one day.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't know. It's just some holidays in the States are different than Canada. I'm always just like, I wonder if they had a holiday.
Yeah, and then the week took twice as long.
Yeah.
to get over.
Right. Oops. Apparently I'm drunk. I can't see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go like this.
Yeah, I think we ran out of machines other than driving the trucks to get loaded.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
done with this loader in a minute.
Is there somebody who doesn't have a machine?
We're gonna correct it.
I'm just chilling.
Okay. Do you keep process?
I guess sure.
Yeah, hop in. It's all yours, buddy. I'm actually having way more fun just watching you all work. It's I log all day every day, so watching it's even more entertaining seeing everything operating. Actually, here, everybody hang tight for 1 second. I'm going to take a screenshot because that's a good shot. Boop. Sorry. I wish it didn't do that, but it does do that. Oh, hey, loading from the back. That's different. Good for you.
I like this, like, when you yard on, like, a single road, it works
Yeah.
very well.
Totally. Makes it way easier, hey? Well, then you can just back the truck right up to you.
Sorry.
It's cool.
You might actually move that truck up a little bit. It's a little too close.
Which one? The long?
Long.
Yeah, I'll bring it up for you.
Like perfect.
Right about there? Or?
With the lag.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Yeah.
That wasn't you.
Holy
That was
crap.
just the game being glitchy.
Yeah, that's perfect right there.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody wants to jump in the John Deere loader.
Sure.
Those shorts.
I'll do some loading. Try it out.
I'll probably
We'll see if
just
it's
watch
too glitchy.
so I don't cause any lag with my
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no worries.
What
Yeah, you
was
can
the
drive trucks
length
or-
from the logs for this one?
The
Short logs?
for the shorts, 5s. That's what I put them at. Let's see how glitchy they are for loading them. Because then we might just switch back to back to 11s if they're too glitchy. Doesn't seem too bad, but what is that sound? Is that the blinkers on the truck? Oh, I'm like, what the hell is making that sound? There we go. Oop. Well, it's an interesting way to load. That's like the, I call it the American style because most guys up here don't load that way. They load kind of, it's all roadside here. But Oh, that's
Oh
different.
my god.
What? What?
The lag on the server just shot me across.
That was cool though. I've never seen that before. Nothing like
Oh my
that.
goodness.
Let's just make sure we lock loads down so none of the trailers get bumped.
Yeah, that's a good call. Safety first.
Don't want to get OSHA over here. I don't know if you guys have OSHA up north or not.
We have WCB. That's our version of OSHA.
Gotcha.
Workers'
Same
Compensation
thing,
Board.
Oh,
And actually, what I might do is I might reset this John Deere loader after I load this thing, and then if somebody wants to come get me with a low bed, if there's one down there, what I'll do is I'll hook the forestry grinder up to this guy.
Oh my goodness. It's flying around.
There we go.
Yeah, it glitched out on me and it
I
went.
have to like do everything very slow than what I'm used to because everything's like,
Yeah, it's always lagged. All dedicated servers. Alrighty, that looks good.
Do you reckon the skidder will work in two different plots?
I don't know actually.
Because they'll be further away then, won't they?
I don't know if it's just that the winch cancels the other one out. Here, well, let's try it. I'm gonna buy another skidder. You let me know if that one just stops working entirely.
So if you want to buy the skidder, I'll grab that forestry grinder and bring it over
Sure.
on the skidder.
There you go. Okay, can you still hook up with that one?
Probably.
Here, I'm gonna try to hook it while you're next to this. No, it says object too heavy, so it doesn't work with the other one. So stupid.
I mean, I can still use it to bring that.
Yeah, but
grinder.
he just won't be able to hook up to loads though.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, it's stupid. Let's sell that old one. Did I sell the right one? Yes, I did. Thank God. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna reset the John Deere. Oops, don't sell it. I want to return it. No, reset it. All these little red dots all over my map.
Okay, I guess I'll steal a truck then and take the low boy down there.
I think there's 3, hey? Oops. My
Is there 3?
my grapple decided to stick around there.
I'm all winched up.
Where's the grapple? There it is. Reset. I think that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to sell it since I'm in the vehicle.
There we go.
Alright, I got the truck and low boy
Oh.
here, so I'll head down.
Jake, did I sell your skidder?
No.
Why is this one still here? I didn't buy another one, did I? Oh, there we go. Okay, now it's gone. Yeah, and that way we can swap off that skidder blade with this grinder every once in a while, so we can go do some cleanup. And someone's coming with a little bit.
I'm slowly making my way down there.
Perfect. Oops. I will slowly work my way up that way.
Have you tried
We'll probably have to switch so you drive because the lag is.
Oh, sure. If you want to hop out, I can drive it down.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make my way down there. I just don't want to rubber band anything.
Fair enough. Watch the show here.
Dude, that's perfect.
Nice. Good little group. Where'd the other buncher go? Are we missing a buncher somewhere? Or is it way up in the woods?
I think Al is way up there.
Big Al is going for a championship height record. Look at you. Woohoo!
Ah, just
We
cut my way to
separate
the
Oh,
all
boat.
yeah.
kinds of
Look at all these
logs.
murdered piles of wood. Perfect.
We're gonna
Hey, Jake,
separate
is
the
your
logs
is your skidder still broken?
No.
It still works, eh? Like you can...
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you had to reset it or not afterwards.
No.
Oh, that's good. And Steven's up here slaying the wood. Perfect. And there's my ride. Sweet.
Slowly making my way down.
You can just drive past and drop the ramp. I'll turn.
Alright.
It's all good.
I'll just let you drive that.
Sure, no worries.
Send us
Catch a
off the
ride. Enjoy the view. There we go. Beauty.
That'll work.
Yeah, well, that should be good. Get this up there, and then we can, like I said, probably hooking it on the skidder is the best call, because these machines are so slow. And then, Jake, you have the most stressful job because you'll be dropping logs while cleaning up piles while doing more and more. But if you're too stressed out, by all means, jump off the machine. You don't have to run it if you don't want
I'll plow on.
to. Yeah, and if anybody is bored of the machine they're in, wants to try something different, by all means, switch to something else if it's open.
Man, I wish my hotspot wasn't so laggy.
So why on hotspot? Just no internet or what?
Oh, we live in kind of a remote area, so we have satellite.
Oh, yeah, and it's pretty shoddy, yeah.
Oh yeah, it does. I think the max I've ever seen it was maybe 5 megabytes per second down and up.
Lord.
Oh, jeez.
So my hotspot can out to our router. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, this is sad. It's okay. Universal internet's coming, isn't it?
I think so.
Am I going the right way?
You,
Left.
Left.
I have directional insanity as well, apparently. Oh, there's my map. I forgot if I hit 9, it makes it bigger. It's all making sense now. Is that a tree? That's a tree. Alright, so let's bring this guy over to the other side here. To do a little loop up the hill. Roop.
Wow, there's a lot of scrap down there.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to back that off there, I'm going to get this truck out of here just to kind of give us some performance. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to take one more picture. I apologize in advance, kids. It's just such a good one.
I think just for everyone in the group, if you have your lights or anything on, hazards, blinkers, maybe just turn them off.
Does that kill you guys for performance, for lag?
Oh yeah, because it has to
Has
go
to sync it
everyone's
up.
screen.
Yeah.
I'm just going to change the processing, so I'm in the right direction for this skidding.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, totally. Just drop them over there. Get a separate pile going.
Agman, you're doing fantastic. I just feel awful. I can't keep up with you.
Oh, you're fine.
Every
I'm
time
just
I pick up more than 2 logs, it just lags out of my gravel.
It's alright. I'm just trying to make sure I don't send these trees to the sky.
You're still loading nice, though. Considering. Oh, I see.
And every time.
Gotta be gentle with the squeeze. Gentle with the squeeze.
Yeah, that took me the longest to get used to is
The crushing.
Normally you
Yeah.
can tell when it's about to.
Yeah.
But with this, there's no way to tell. Either just too late or nothing.
Normally in single player you don't have to like crush them, but in multiplayer it's kind of annoying because they don't like to react well with one another. Let's go. Oh, I'm just gonna drive it right in there. We're just gonna gut this whole section right out of here. Wait, the right thing? Oh, there we go.
There's a lot on the ground here.
Yeah, no way.
So lots of
Okay, we'll crash it. Don't worry.
But yeah, the server's probably struggling.
It's all hosted from my computer, and this thing's a beast, so I'm not too worried about it. But we have crashed dedicated servers with too many trees before. That's happened lots.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not afraid on this one. We've thoroughly tested this one, so should be good. But you know, it's the first time for everything, right?
challenge.
Sorry, I'm in your turf here.
Oh, you're good.
I'll straighten some of that stuff out for you there too, because it kind of flew around. I see.
Oh no, that stack's alright, because that will actually work better, because I can send him over his direction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever works for you.
So
You're
I
the-
got a question I gotta ask.
I didn't do it.
It's kind of one of those weird ones, but I am one of the people that, I mean, I know majority of us are. What do you do with the Patreon donations? I gotta know.
With the what? Sorry.
The Patreon?
Donations.
Yeah.
Most of it goes back to model costs. I have a guy that I use for marketing. I pay a lot of money to those guys. What's the... I'm just trying to think what's the most expensive. Probably the modeling guy that I had, but he's not around anymore, so that'll be nice to be able to get somebody new on board. Right now I'm looking around for, like, not particularly a full-time modeler, but I'm looking for somebody I can use for kind of like contract work. And I've gotten a couple recommendations for a couple of guys, because I have a whole bunch of projects that I want to move forward on. Some really cool stuff from Link Belt and a couple other ones. And I've actually gotten the schematics for the models, like, from the actual company. So I've met some pretty cool people that gave me some stuff for it. But I really want to get a full-time person, or like a contract person that I can give contract work to. I had those other guys that I was using before, which were violently expensive, but they did really good work. It's really annoying though, because a lot of the guys, I'll tell them, like, I'll put a really strict way that I want something done by saying, like, do not go over this vertical count, do not go over this polygon count, because the game has restrictions. And then a lot of the guys will be like, well, I just did it anyway. And it's like, well, that's not what I paid you for.
Gotcha.
So then you get these, like, intense amounts of, models. And I have some really beautiful models, but I can't use them in Farming Simulator because there's too many triangles, too many verticals. So what I would like to do now with the money I've spent on those is I'd like to pay somebody to go back and look at them and find if there's a way to bring down the poly count on them so I can use the models. But I haven't been able to find anybody in a while. The last guy I had working with me was it last month, I guess? And he finally stopped doing contract work for me because he got hired by somebody who works for Universal Studios. So apparently they're bigger fish to fry than I am. So they can offer him a full-time salary, and I'm just like little guy here going like, yeah, here's like $300, here's $400, here you go. So that's pretty much most where I'd say a good 80% of the money goes is to modeling people, because contract workers are not cheap. They're violently expensive. And website costs, and it used to be dedicated servers, but I finally got rid of that because I was starting to get expensive for no reason. Now I just host off this thing, so that saves some money. And then taxes pretty much goes to the rest of it, because I get taxed on every single drop of money from both YouTube and from Patreon. 30% to be exact, so.
Holy
yeah, that's
Wow.
that sucks, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
If I were actually able to keep the full amount, so this is what happens. So when I get Patreon donations, I get the money gets sent to me. So what do they take from the donation side? So when I transfer it to PayPal, they have a fee that they put on it. I don't think it's too bad. I think it's like $30 or $40 depending on the amount. So that comes off the top. And then there's a conversion fee because I live in Canada. So to convert it over to US dollars from Canadian dollars, it's like 1.5%, which isn't too bad. It's not anything. And then once it gets finally cleared from PayPal to an actual account, 30% comes off the top for taxes, because I get that instantly comes off of that. And whatever's left I get to play with, which is usually about, I don't know, $300.
So pretty much pure money.
Yeah,
Much.
literally. So what I try to do is I'll do 3 months in advance. I'll keep, it's about $300 a month roughly I can keep from it if I get a good Patreon amount. And then
Take this truck away. Cool.
after that, after the 3 months of saving it up, I'll generally pay it off to a contractor to do some work or marketing if there's marketing stuff that needs to be done or graphic work. Or I'm trying to do a lot of it myself, but it's some stuff there's just a skill level I don't have because I didn't go to school for 20 years to do some of the stuff those guys do. But yeah, it's not like a super money-making gig, unfortunately.
It's so cool that you're able to write these mods for people that really want them versus anyone else who doesn't do it.
Well, that's it, right?
And they never share them.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on, and we were all there at the one point where we all wanted to be private and just say screw it all, but I just kind of gave up on that.
The dude, he's in the Discord. I mean, maybe you've worked with him, Umbreon.
Yeah, Umbreon. Yeah, lots. Yeah, he's a good man.
Yeah, he's got tons of your mods that he's like went through and retextured. They're all private.
Oh yeah. He does that with another group, I believe, and it's not just him doing it. There's a whole bunch of them, but I think part of the deal of him having that, like working with them and stuff, he has to keep them private, and that's their little group thing that they do. So
I've got a full trailer if anybody wants to take it.
Anybody want to take? I can take it if everybody else is having. If everybody else is lagging issues too, I can bring that up.
Try and run it.
Sure, try it. Give it a shot. What's the worst that'll happen? It goes into the woods.
Right.
We can always cut them down and go get it.
Nice and slow.
Right. Yeah, Umbreon's actually probably. I imagine he'll be playing with us here soon because I know he showed a lot of interest in coming on board and doing this too. So, and he's a really good operator.
One of the FDR partners, or is he just kind of a individual
he's just been a guy I've known for a super long time. He loves modding. He is a really good operator. He's been a really good supporter. Yeah, he's just kind of been around playing and logging and modding and doing his own thing. But
right on.
Yeah, no, he's a good dude. Yeah, the only real original person that was with us was Chad, and he's still with us. He's just doing his own thing, but we're still constantly talking every single day and playing games together, so it's all good there.
Right on.
Yeah.
Good to know, because that would be Catalyst, right?
Yeah, Catalyst. Yeah, Mithrith Catalyst.
I can never pronounce it.
I know. I give him crap for that daily for that name because it's just like the one name I cannot spell correctly and the one name that I cannot say correctly. So I just say Chad. Hey, Chad.
That works.
Yeah. You can call yourself whatever you want, but you're just going to be Chad to me because I can't pronounce the other one.
To both of your guys' logging from scratch videos every day at work on my lunch break. Watch both.
That's awesome. That's sweet. Yeah, it's definitely an adventure for sure. Modding and playing and doing all this stuff is just crazy. I have no idea how this all happened, but here we are.
How did you get into it?
What's that?
How did you get into it?
It's actually pretty funny because when I first started playing was Farming Simulator 2013, and I bought it as a joke because my buddy's like, "Oh, dude, they have a farming simulator game," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna buy it just for fun." Because it was on a Steam sale at Christmas one time for like $2, and that was like way back in the day. It was super cheap, and it was just like, I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I played the farming tutorial for the game, and I thought it was ridiculous. I'm like, I am not going to drive this stupid plow back and forth in a field all day. It's just not going to happen. That was a waste of time. So I was like, haha, I did the tutorial for 5 minutes, and then I deleted the game and never played it again. And I was like, oh, well, I guess we're done with that. And then I heard from a friend who was a gamer who said that they had a logging style thing. And I've always liked logging because it's been a big industry of ours up here since I was a kid. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, logging's cool. And I'm like, well, how the heck does that work? Like, how do the mods work and stuff? I had no idea about modding other than, like, Morrowind or something back in the day. So I was like, well, let's give it a shot. And it was that Forest mod was the very first one I ever used. And I became so hooked playing that, you have no idea. Well, you do now. But, yeah, that was pretty crazy. So then, 2015 came along, and we started modding and playing around, and it just kind of developed from there. But 2013 is where it all began.
First loads at the sale point.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do we have anything to unload it? Not really, huh?
Here we go.
I need to... Oh, you just backed it in? Perfect. I actually have a... It's funny that I mentioned that forest mod because I rebuilt the mill that they originally had from FS13 with that ramp loader. I don't know if you guys saw that live stream or not, but there's a new mill coming out that I'm going to put out based off of that exact mill that they had from 2013. It's kind of a throwback to the original game that started me on all of this. So it's going to be cool. It's just basically a big ramp that feeds in, it chews up the wood and then gives you money for it, as opposed to having to use a sell point.
Oh, I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, totally, right?
Took me a second.
I saw it on the page today.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good. It works really well, and it grinds up better than every single thing that grinds up wood in this game so far.
Yeah, I remember Jade Mountain getting the trailer next to the side of the pond and just
Right.
resetting it.
Yeah, totally, right?
There was no way to unload trailers on, what was it, 17 for
17.
Xbox? There was nothing.
So what did you guys do? You just had to get it to the sell point? That was the only way?
Throw it in.
Throw it in, use a telehandler and a manure fork, and just unload it one at a time.
Oh, that sucks.
Horrible.
Oh, it would take hours.
I can imagine.
15 was worse.
Yeah,
Oh,
15
yeah.
was 15 was really bad. I remember that myself.
I always just drove in the back of the water.
sorry.
Back into the
Yep.
water that would sell it.
Yeah, that's what we used to do too. We did the exact same thing. We just go into that big pond and push it in there with wheel loaders. I think that's what we did. That was pretty funny. I'm working on a new map right now that's going to be really wild. It's going to be just straight up do-it-yourself. You get one landing that you start off, or like basically a buy point that you sell off, or start with, and then you got to cut your way up and make your own roads and make your own whatever you want. Make your own mill if you really want to. But it's going to kind of go hand in hand with the launch of the placeable sawmill stuff that we got going, so...
I don't know if somebody wants to put the long trailer here. I don't want to
I'll move it over here for right now so I can load the rest of this, and then I'll move it over there when he's done.
I just didn't want to glitch and hit the pile or anything.
Also, I put a bunch of stumps over there for everyone to grind them up.
Let's get rid of all this garbage.
So what are the odds that we would ever see some of the old maps come back?
Probably pretty slim. To be able to make them the same is like really hard. I mean, the one I really did want to remake was that was it Jade Mountain? Was that the last one? The one with the I can't remember if it was that one or not that I was gonna remake. I had some ideas for some that I really wanted to remake, but to get them really close is really hard. I'd almost rather put the effort into something new that's more fun and then just leave that as a classic. But eventually I would like to make at least one of the old ones just to kind of get that memory back. But I don't know. No exact plans on what's going to happen for that stuff yet. All takes time. Time that I don't usually have.
Playing on Jade Mountain, I had just loaded a trailer with a telehandler, and it took probably like an hour.
Is Jade the one? Is Jade the one where you? Oh, I can't remember that as much. Is that the one where you could go up and I had the golden trees down like by an old trailer or something?
That was it.
Yeah. Okay, it is the right one. Okay, yeah. I was making sure I wasn't confused on those, but.
So I loaded it, and I asked my girlfriend, I was like, "Do you want to drive this truck down, down the mountain for me?" Because she'd been sitting there in silence, shaking her head as I'm playing this game.
Yeah.
She said that she'd drive it, and she ended up dumping it off the side of the mountain. whole thing.
She wasn't the first one. I mean, we all did. We all drove off that mountain. A lot of us, for sure. It was pretty fun. That was the first map I ever did the helicopter thing on.
Which was so cool.
I know. I missed the helicopter. I still can't believe there's no script for that yet, but maybe eventually. I tried playing with the script to try to get it working, but it requires somebody more advanced than me at Lua. I am not a Lua guy. I can play with Lua scripts and like make them do different things, but to create one from scratch and make it actually work is not an easy gig.
Wow, this
Is it harder than Minecraft for doing?
I
the
think
Lua
it's
stuff?
similar. I really do think it is similar. I've heard that from a few guys. Like Lua across the board. Apparently, if anybody's played Gary's mod, apparently the Luas are so similar for Farming Simulator. So if you could find a good Lua scripter from like Gary's mod, I bet you can have a pretty decent shot at doing a good job. Just trying to get through here without crushing everything. There's another load for the mill if somebody wants to take that.
like a second skidder of some sort.
I'm actually going to stop this recording for 45 minutes. So I'm going to stop